Hi, Brian.
What you got, Rob?
So I got something that, because I'm not a huge fan of chocolate.
Right.
My candy lies in the most upper echelon of taste, selection, and quality. Like way up there, like top shelf.
It's
like Chico
where nobody
sticks.
can reach us.
Yeah. But one of my favorites is always usually a good like Sour Patch Kids, Swedish Fish, Haribo, just about anything.
Sure.
So I happened to come across these, and I love the name so much, and it's Care Bears.
Okay.
They are, I don't know if they're made by the same people, but they also had the Warheads logo on it.
Okay. Now, when you say Care Bears, you're talking about the 80s cartoon Care Bears, or no?
Yes, if you look at the package.
Gotcha. Okay.
These are the Sour Grumpy Bears. Blue raspberry.
Now,
And Grumpy Bear has the blue rain cloud on his tummy.
now I'm slightly nervous, but I have the feeling that you get rid of my nervousness here. These aren't from the 80s, are they?
No, because that's definitely not the 80s Care Bear look.
So Care Bears are still around.
Yeah, they kind of revamped them.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's like that same, what they did with My Little Pony.
Okay, sure. Oh,
Now,
man, that pony madness.
I'm waiting for, Silverhawks, Brave Star, and the rest of that stuff to come back. But
He just said two names I've never heard in my life.
Hey, Silverhawks, one of the best opening themes of any cartoon. Look it up, everybody. It's amazing. But, oh, wow, these smell fantastic.
Oh, okay. I was worried. Couldn't
Holy
tell.
cow. Brian, whip that bag. Take it.
Actually, yeah.
Nobody
that does smell
clip
pretty
that
good.
out of context.
When we upload them, I do leave it open for clipping. So please do what you want.
Whip that bag.
Yeah, that does actually. It's weird when you're like, "Oh, that smells fantastic."
Right.
I'm like, "How could it?" But it did. Actually,
Yeah, it's not like a weird still candy smell.
Yeah.
All right, let's try them.
Here we
Sour
go.
Grumpy Bears.
Okay. Ooh, that's going to take some effort to chew.
Oh, those are good. Those are really good. Yeah. Yeah, I like those a lot.
So I'm not really much of a gummy guy.
Ladies.
But the flavor is totally fine. No
Right.
problem with the flavor. I don't feel like they were sour, though.
Right. Neither do I. But we traveled through the era of sour became a main staple of flavor in
Right.
our candy. Because we got sour Skittles and we got Warheads and we got all of those. Before all these kids started, all these Zoomers started coming in with their like Sour Boss actual fruit, blah, 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 blah.
So it's a lot more muted nowadays?
Yeah, it either seems more muted or it's that like, oh, you order this from the internet and your tongue's gonna hurt.
Gotcha.
But
sure.
like this is the right amount of just a little bit sour.
Okay.
With a great blue raspberry flavor. That blue raspberry flavor is dead on what blue raspberry should be.
Yeah, it's a weird way to describe a flavor, but it was instantly familiar.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I would
Instantly
agree.
familiar, and it didn't punch you in the mouth.
And you said you think it's from the Warheads people.
No, it is.
It is
Look,
from Warheads people.
Here, look at the bag. It's right there.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, it's got the Warheads logo, so like I was bracing myself for like a oh god.
Yes, right.
But no, it's just there's just like that hint of sour in it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that blue raspberry flavor is really, really good.
Yeah, so like if you wanted to share this with kids, like they're not going to have an issue, I don't think, with that one.
Right. Yeah, these are fantastic.
In fact, now that I think about it, you should do what Rob kind of said, and that is order the hot sauce online and put it on there before you give it to the kid. Let them learn.
Nope, I've done that already. Sourdough pickle chips with my youngest. He asked if he could try one, and then he looks at me and goes, milk?
Nice. I love it. Well, all right, we got that out of the way. And because we're so good at segues, speaking of Care Bears, whatever game is next is next.
On to the game.
Yeah. Hi guys, welcome to Bud, Suds, and Duds, and this time, not only do we have another game for you, Ancient Enemy, as you can see, we're doing something a little different here. Not on purpose, kind of an accident. Rob was here recently, and we did one long episode of this game. And it was afterwards Rob realized that when he hit start recording on OBS said no. So we just lost that time, right? I mean, you can't get that back if you don't record it in the first place. So what I decided to do, which is different than how we've ever done this before, I don't remember doing this, at least not for Bud, Suds, and Duds. I deleted our save, essentially. I'm going to start over. I'm going to show you what this game is. So we're not going into it blind, which we normally, not always, but normally do. And this is going to seem quite different from the way that we normally would approach Bud, Suds, and Duds. Hopefully you're okay with that. So let's start this game. This game brings you to this map. This game is developed by Gray Alien Games, and I'm going to talk about them a little more in just a second. You have these difficulty settings down here at the bottom. I kept it at normal. That's what we played at. The big difference between normal and relaxed seemed to be that under relaxed, after every combat, your health is maxed back out, whereas normal, HP you lose kind of continues as you go up to a certain point. So if we're talking about hit points, then you know we're talking about an RPG, but what kind of RPG? Well, let's show you by going here to the Awakening. No voice acting that I've noticed. We're going to just skip the story, but I do want you to get an idea of the art. And then for anybody who is familiar with solitaire golf, this game is essentially solitaire golf meets RPG. I liken it a lot to Puzzle Quest, which is Match 3 meets RPG. That's what this is. So here these are normally the tutorial levels. I turned the tutorial font off because I don't need it now. I've seen it. I know how it works. We can get to equip later. We'll go ahead and hit play here. Yeah, that's the idea. You want to remove as many cards as possible. So here's your deck. Here's your face-up card, which is a 2. If you haven't played golf before, the idea is to chain moves together, which is done by selecting the next card numerically, ascending or descending, and you can switch back and forth as you go, clearing cards away. The suits/colors don't matter for your choices, so I don't need a 3 or a 1 that's a yellow sword. At least not in this game, or I haven't run into that if that is the case. Why do they have suits then? We'll get to that in a second. Here's how many cards I have in the stock, and you can do an undo if you made a mistake. And this game has a way of showing you if you made a mistake, which is by clicking the next card in the stack, it'll do a little wiggle of the cards that you could have done. 0 is the lowest card. 9 is the highest. There are no Jack, King, Queen situations here. And it's a circle, so that 0 and 9 are considered adjacent cards. So we have a 2, we don't have a 1, we've got to go up. So 3, 4, 5. I don't have a 6, but there's another 4. We go backwards, and now I got no move I can make. So we hit that. My next card is a 9. So I'm going to go 0, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, and Sesame Street would be so proud. After, I believe it's 6, maybe it is 7, you get a combo bonus. And you're earning power, which is currency for the end of each, we'll say, chapter of the game. But it also lets you know, hey, if you could make another combo move, you might want to. So it's not just the deck of cards here. It shows you the end combo thing. Go ahead and hit that. I got 70 extra power for that. So now I can go either way. Oh, that's about it for me there. Oh, I can do that. Now I need a 5 or a 7. And each time you clear a stack, you get power from that. You get a ranking, 1 to 3 stars. These are based on a couple of different things based on the type of level that it is. This was just a clear the board level. So did we clear the board? Yes, we get 3 for it. When it comes to the combat levels, it's often more about, did you win within a certain number of turns? And so we can see how many sections there are in this area that we're in and how have we performed on them so far. So we'll just hit next. And at that end screen, you have a retry option, which just immediately starts it over. The decks are shuffled, so they're not the same. And maybe you do better that time. So now we're going into combat. We've got some story that we don't need here. So we've got a Twisted Bandit. Now you'll notice it says versus up here. I can't click on anything. I don't have cards down here. When you're going into combat, there's a couple of things we're going to look at, but something that you'll want to do before starting each combat. So first, let's take a look at our stats here. The hearts are obvious. That's the hit points. We're used to HP, right? These little triangles, however, are types of defense. So physical defense and magic defense. I don't know why I'm having a hard time saying the word defense. So you've got 2 different types. Physical defense is better against physical attacks, and so on for magic. In the bottom, you have your, I guess I'll say, action cards. I don't know if they term them anything specific. So I can do a melee attack, which is 3 physical damage. Charge 0-2 at the bottom means how long or how many yellow cards do I have to collect to charge it. That's what the color is all about. Then in the middle, or not always the middle, but you have an attack. Here's a defense card where I can block 5 physical damage. Only lasts for 1 turn. Takes 3 cards to build that up. And it shows you also that it's 5 defense of physical defense that it will add to me. We don't have anything here. We will get there. Over here, he's got the same attack, the same iron skin. He can also throw this thing, which is 5 damage plus whatever his combo bonus is. In addition to combo bonuses tying to that, you've got another thing that combo bonuses do. They actually will show a meter here with a percentage, and the values in these cards that you are either inflicting or buffing from will increase by that percentage. Now that we know all of that, I should point out something that surprised Rob and I about this game. These just simply charge each turn for your opponent. This board is all you. You're the only one touching this stuff. We didn't expect that. And so just wanted to point that out because, I compared it to Puzzle Quest. They get a turn on that same board as well, right? So you would expect the same thing here. They didn't do it. I wonder if it was easier to not have to program that while also, I don't know, maybe giving the player a better chance. It seems like it was a design choice. I just don't know if it was a design choice out of necessity or if it was something that they said, no, this feels better. Now that we have all that information, the one thing you want to do before you start any fight is take a look at this little icon over here. You click it, and this is going to tell you what they're good against. We don't have anything other than physical damage, so luckily he's only good against fire. We don't even have it. If you did notice an issue with the cards you had chosen, you'd go into equip and deal with it there. We're going to see that in due time, so that's why I'm not going to do it now. Now I'm going to fight. I didn't expect it to give me the tutorial pop-ups because I turned that off. All right, so over here, this symbol is letting you, the player, know here's their next move. Ending turn, if you can't make a combo or using an action, ends your turn. So just keep those things in mind. So we've got a 4. So I'm going to go 5, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So here now everything's getting a 20% bonus for me. Where am I at now? I was at 8. 9, 8. I chose this 8 to open up more cards. It did not help me at all. So I know he's going to physically attack me. I'm playing on normal. I'm not going to heal up at the end, so I'm going to Stone Skin or Iron Will or whatever that was called. So the damage he caused was 5, except for I had 7. It was all deflected. The charges carry over, but the bonus doesn't because I used it, which I just think is smart design. I don't have a 0 to make use of these 1s. Oh, I have a 0. I thought that was a 9. Right. I think I'm going to see more cards with this one. Kind of didn't matter. Yeah, I didn't get a whole lot there. He's going to throw this thing at me. He doesn't have a combo bonus, so we're just going to smack him here. Okay. So we'll hit 5. Not doing too good. At any time, you can actually click this, and it resets the formation of all the cards entirely. It will also end your turn, just so you know. And in clearing an entire table yourself, I believe you get some power bonuses from it. But then it also reshuffles without costing your turn, so you should know that too. So he's defending this turn, so I don't want to really melee attack him this turn unless if I get a bonus that pushes this up to 9. That's a big bonus. I don't think that's going to happen. Oh, I have a 2 here. Was that 2 there before? I don't remember it. So he's going to attack this turn. I might as well just defend myself. Okay. See if we can get something going here. The answer is no, not really. So there's some extra power because I cleared that up. Well, now we can smack him. He doesn't have any defense against it now. Okay, he's going to defend. Let's see if we can finish him off before he does that. And we can. So only a great because it took me 6 turns instead of 5. And so this is how fast you get just right back into retry. And here we are. We're ready to go again. These tutorials do pop up if you retry something that they gave you a tutorial on. It's annoying, but I mean, video games, right? We run into that constantly, I feel like, with games. Now, I've played this a bit since Rob was here, and this is the moment when I would really like some special abilities in addition to my actions, because I could make good use of them. It's not great. Yeah. I thought we were going to get a lot more than that. All right, let's finish him off. Oh, I forgot he had the defense on, so I wish I hadn't wasted that. So now you can actually go here and just restart. I find it hilarious that I'm having a hard time with the tutorial level that I didn't have a hard time with before, but I think I know what I'm doing differently than I did early on. It has to do with the first time I would have played it, I didn't know about the health not resetting each time, so I think I played more aggressively than I am currently. That was a bad choice. Oh well. So take the damage rather than the defense. And then just take him out that way. Huzzah! So far, though, the stars seem to feel only like a performance rating. They count the stars, but from my playing of it, I don't know what you're getting from those stars. So at the end, you've got a loot window. You get all of these things. So I'm going to get a magic attack, which will be one of my additional actions. This is an ability. We'll take a look at that some more. And then you get some power currency with Stonehenge on it. So I turned those off. So yeah, we have Pyre. It will do 5 magic damage. Takes 3 charges to charge it up. But we now have physical and magical attacks. And this has an element to keep in mind. So the ability we got is Screaming Skull. Basically, I can use that to destroy a card. Does it say on here? It says it removes a targeted playable card. I thought, but I could be wrong, I think you get credit for that card as if you had played it, but I could be wrong. That'll be an active ability, which will show up to the left of the stock deck, and then passive abilities you can earn over time as well. They have this little icon here in the lower right. They refresh every level, but you may find a card with that symbol on there that refreshes it in the middle. You cannot hold on to those, though. So if you see one pop up and you want to remove it from your table, you better make use of this somewhere so that you don't just waste a card. And you level up as well. Here is the tree. We're going to increase our health a little bit. And so now we're out of the main area. So this is going to be a boss fight right here at the end. And you can see the path to get there, but there's extra stuff you can do along the way. So you may notice it's yet another card formation. There are a lot of them. Let me go ahead and hit play. So underneath is something that's not a card. It's an item that we can collect. Yep, here's a lock, here's a key. Click the one, get this. Hey, now we can use cards that would appear under here. What the hell is this? This is the worm card. It's a wild card. We know how those work. We don't have to explain wilds. That was the weirdest combo of 9s and 8s I've ever seen. All right. So, by the way, this is powered up, so I could use this if I wanted to. Let's see. If this does work the way I'm thinking, we should be able to... No, let's wait till we actually need it. So I get nothing here. Let's test this. So we got the same thing that guy had before. Okay. And we got the item, so now this is all about clearing the card. Or, I'm sorry, clearing the table. I am the table. There we go. Since I was able to do it, we get a perfect rating. Rather than how many times that I have to go to the stock or anything like that. So that had a battle symbol on it, so we're going to fight. And this is the card I was talking about for refreshing this. So I do not want to click this until after I've used this once, so that it needs to be refreshed. Otherwise, it just falls off the table. This guy's good against poison. We don't have it. But it's also worth always looking at what is he got. He's going to hit us physically. Okay, we've got a defense for that. And he blocks physical damage. So we might want to focus on magic because of that. All right, what did we got? We got a 5... So yeah, right off the bat, not some great options. Does not look like we get credit for it that way. I couldn't remember. Looks like I was wrong thinking that we did. These show up. These will, for one turn, boost your defenses. He's going to attack me. Might as well take that now. And because I used the thing, I already have this back up, which lets me continue. Here's a damage card, just like, I'm going to keep comparing it to Puzzle Quest, just like the skull gems on a Puzzle Quest. So that just took off 1 HP, but hey, every little bit helps. So my question is, do I just want to hit him? Because I could use this. And let's just hit him for now. Let's hit him again. Because this, I believe, yeah, combo bonus helps with that. I don't want to use that if I'm not getting a combo bonus for something. I'm not getting very good combos at the moment, am I? This is turn 5. Ugh. Just take them out. I'm doing much more poorly. And that's when they tell you, oh, by the way, if you take damage, here's how that goes. So that's how you unlock different pathways. I'm only going to finish 2, and then we'll let it go there. There are other things, though. There are tied down cards where it'll be one of these cards, let's say this one, and it'll have like a braided rope across it. You will have to use those cards twice to unlock them. There's gate cards, which are assigned to a color that you need to have played some of those colors, enough of them to unlock the gates. Stuff like that. So let's play. We're going to get this little item here at the bottom, or at least try to. And you'll notice, yet again, a different arrangement for the table. And you will end up seeing quite a number of them, actually. All right, we'll just send that there. We gained some power. Oh, so yeah, I did the little wiggle. I forgot there was a 4 there. I tend to work outside in order to see more cards per square inch. Just easier for me to see it. And I didn't see it there. These aren't great. Oh, I just clicked 0. What am I thinking? I will say that while I'm perfectly fine with the looks of this game, for some reason, even though the numbers all seem pretty distinct for me, I am very bad at recognizing them sometimes. Sometimes I think it's a different number than it actually is. And I feel like it's easy to be like, oh, the font is bad. Why did they go with this font? But the font isn't bad. It just seems to be me who has the problem that I don't know why I have. So we got a healing elixir. And you can see down here, I think I pointed out how many more turns you have on your stack deck. So I had to use that in order to complete this, which is never fun. So yeah, that section was just to be like, oh look, you got another item. Here's a new arrangement. Let's hit equip. So they did equip that already for me, it looks like. I wasn't sure if they would or not. Okay, so we see a lock, but we don't see a key. We're going to have to find that key at some point. Oh, jeez. annoying. I'm surprised there's not a sound effect associated with that just to get you to like really start kicking and screaming at yourself. At least that's how I would respond to it. I'm going to use that undo because I didn't actually mean to click that. Okay, so all of that was to get just a bunch of power. Nope. Did not mean to. See, I'm just clicking randomly now. Alright, so let's get 2 fights out of the way. It's another one of these guys, but a little tougher. He can defend against ice. We don't even have ice, so let's go. And same moves for him as before. So we'll open him up with a little damage. What do we got? We got a 7. Oh, might as well boost that. Okay. Should we smack him? Yeah, let's just smack him. He's gonna return the favor next, we can see. So since he wants to do that, and we've got a boss fight coming up, let's go ahead and defend ourselves. He's going to defend physically, so I'm going to get my physical attack out of the way here. Because that has no impact on my magic attack. That didn't help me at all. Not getting very many combo bonuses when I felt like I was doing pretty good on those when I was just screwing around playing by myself. So there we can refresh that. He's gonna hit us. I didn't have any defense set up, so... We just finish him off. That was not a great fight. I'm not going to worry about the fact that it was that. So now we get an ice attack and a worm card. Always nice. So here we're going to fight against this big guy, and it's going to tell me, hey, make sure you... Oh, it's not going to tell me. He defends against fire, so we don't want that in our magic inventory, so we'll swap it with ice. With ice, if you get combo of 10 or better, it'll slow them. All right. So he can do physical damage and defense. He can do this consumable to increase his attack for 3 turns. And he's got that thing too. Let's fight. Get that out of the way. Okay, we don't have enough charges to slow him down, so we're just gonna hit him. What? Oh. That is one of my complaints here, is this whole bring up thing feels a little uncomfortable. I don't think it's quite optimized. Okay, he threw that at me. I thought he was boosting his attack. He was not. Oh, see, I thought this was an 8. There's something about just I look at it too quickly. Something along those lines. I don't really know. Get no help. Yeah, so now he's going to boost his attack. Hoping for something better to come up. Let's slow him down. Okay, now he's got physical defense up. He's going to attack me. Let's go ahead and defend ourselves. I'm going to actually do this to end the turn. He's going to do physical defense next. Ooh, we got one of the multiplier damages there. Always nice. Chip away at him here. Ugh, boy, these are just some really bad cards. I don't like to complain about the cards, but I'm complaining about them. So we can just slap them to death. There we go. So yeah, that's basically what this game is all about. At the end of a section, you end up coming to this screen where you can finally put your power to use. As a currency, you can get this earthquake spell, this temporal shock spell. This is something you already have. You can purchase this, which shuffles the playfield, which is a cool one. I enjoyed that one. before. And then, of course, at the end of a section, you can level up your character. You exit it, next spot is open. So that's the game in a nutshell. This actually took a bit longer than I thought it was going to. I thought this was just going to be a 15-minute episode, but I wanted to give it its fair due for people to actually see it get played. After all, this is Suds, and Duds. This is about shows. This is about games. This is about games that didn't seem to make a big hit on a show that probably will never be a big hit. Rob and I, at the end of this, we both reviewed it as a 3. I think I gave it a 3. Rob might have given this a 3.5. Let's start with what the negatives are. The gameplay is not exciting, but it's also not meant to be an exciting game. The story writing seems to be very heavy on fancy wording without being impressive and not being interesting. I'm not drawn in. This mage who has woken up after some disaster has fallen his people, I don't care. I don't play further to learn what his story is. I play further because this is quick and easy to get into, and I play further because I'm curious as to what other abilities I might find and get to use. So that stuff didn't impress us. The art is fine, but mostly static. I mentioned I was going to talk about Gray Alien Games a little bit more. That has a lot to do with Gray Alien Games themselves. Gray Alien Games is a typecast company, I would say. They have a certain set of games that they like to make and that they're good at making. Solitaire games like this is one of them. I do think they make some gem matching games. There was definitely another type, and I just can't remember what it is. This is their milieu, right? And that's why, despite those negatives, we generally like the game because it is so easy to get into. It is so easy to play. This is a pick up before you go to bed kind of thing. This is somebody's coming to hang out in like 10 minutes. What am I going to do? Just stand around? I can play some ancient enemy. That'll burn that time away and I'll get a level or two knocked out. And everything just works as it's intended, which is fantastic. The only reason why I couldn't consider a 4 out of 5 for this is because it seems that this is the only pathway through the game. I could be wrong. Maybe, just maybe, they have done something where once you get to a certain point, there's kind of an endless adventure mode where you're just going through certain puzzles and fighting enemies kind of by choice or what have you. The way this is currently constructed, as far as it just feels like each number on this map means a progressively harder series and no way to just calm down, shut down the brain and relax kind of thing, which is a shame because otherwise the aura from this game feels like it should really be that. But instead, when I play it, I don't feel like I can turn half my brain off. Eventually, once we get to around here, I start feeling like, yeah, I have to really think this through. Otherwise, I'm just going to get stuck. That's a really weird complaint just for a game that is solid and we enjoyed quite a bit. So we're going to throw up the 3s, 3.5 for Rob, 3 for Brian, and that's it for us. Thanks for this very weird one-off Suds, and Duds. Hopefully we don't lose recordings again in the future, but we've been doing this for a couple of years now, and the frequency has dropped. It's never gotten close to 0, though. Bye, guys.